Hello there community, this is the time of the week we're gonna make our next video for the Champions League predictions, second leg of the quarterfinals. We had lots of drama in the first leg, but I'm pretty sure the second leg is gonna be even better. Make sure you watch till the end, I have some good predictions that may surprise you. But before we do that, as always, let's just quickly go over our leg 1 predictions and see how good or bad we did. As you can see in the first match, Bayern were hosting Inter. Our prediction was both teams to score with an odds of 1.95 and the actual result was 1-2 for Inter. So we hit our tip for that game. And the following match, Arsenal were hosting Real Madrid. We hit our prediction for that one but missed the tip. So our prediction was Arsenal to win with the odds of 2.40. I was getting roasted for saying that Arsenal is gonna win 2-1 at home, but look at the actual score. It ended up being 3-0. We're gonna get into the details a little later. The following match, PSG were hosting Aston Villa. Our tip for that one was both teams to score with the odds of 1.75. We hit that tip and the actual result was 3-1 and our predicted score was 3-1 for PSG as well. So we hit the tip plus the correct score for that game. And the following match, Barcelona were hosting Borussia Dortmund. We missed the tip on that one, but we almost predicted the correct score. Our prediction was 4-1 and the actual result was 4-0, but we did hit our Asian handicap minus 2.5, meaning Barcelona to win by 3 or more goals with the odds of 3.20, so that was a juicy one as well. So yeah, that's how we did last week, so hopefully we're gonna have even better results this week. Without further ado, let's get to it. Let's go. First match on Tuesday, Aston Villa will be hosting PSG. What a first leg. PSG may have conceded first, but they have reminded us all why they have more firepower than an Avengers movie. That equalizer from 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍, filthy. And honestly, all 3 goals by PSG could definitely be the goal of the week, the month, the year. Now heading into the second leg, good news for Luis Enrique that Marquinhos will be back after serving a suspension. And good news, sort of, for Marco Asensio is he's finally expected to start the game. And if he won't, then I would be disappointed again. I have no idea why he only started in the 60th minute in the first leg. I'm pretty sure most of us were wondering if Unai Emery was hiding Marco Asensio from us or he just forgot that he was on the bench. Now here's a plot twist. PSG's game before this leg against Nantes postponed. Yep, PSG just went to League 1 and asked them, hey, mind if we skip this one? And League 1 said sure, no problem, mon ami. And now PSG are gonna land in England so fresh that even the grass in England might be intimidated. Meanwhile, Aston Villa had to pack their bags and travel to Southampton, where they got a convincing win over Southampton 3-0. Good win, no doubt, but it wasn't a great day at the office for Marco Asensio. He missed not 1 but 2 penalties back to back. Definitely not a confidence booster, but more like a trauma for him. Now come the second leg, Unai Emery's men will have no choice but to go all out and attack. It's a do or die. And when that happens, you already know what it means. Lots of space for PSG's lightning fast attack line. Dembele and co are basically Formula 1 cars waiting for the green light. Things may get really ugly. So buckle up, it's gonna be wild. Goals, dramas, arc, and possibly another screamer from 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍. My score prediction for this match is 3-2 for Aston Villa, and my tip is both teams to score combined with over 2.5 goals, odds 1.90. On to the next one. The first leg, 4-0 for Barcelona. Bro, it wasn't a football match, it was a crime scene. I'm still looking for the part where Dortmund showed up. Maybe they sent cardboard cutouts by accident, I don't know. And let's talk about 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍 for a second. My boy missed so many chances. For a second I thought he just swapped his shirt with Barca defenders. At one point I thought he was doing a farewell tour for Barcelona while wearing a Dortmund shirt. But another plot twist. Over the weekend, Borussia Dortmund visited Bayern Munich and 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗍 all of a sudden remembered that he's a professional football player. Not only he dropped a world-class assist to equalize the game, it was so good that Thomas Müller in post-match had to give his props to 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗖𝗟𝗍𝗍. Now you might think that Barcelona had a chill weekend. Nope. They went to Leganes expecting a light jog, but Leganes players didn't think so. They came out like they were auditioning for the Avengers, toe to toe, claw for claw. It ended 1-0 for Barcelona, but it felt more like a street fight than a league match. And Hansi Flick on sidelines, sweating harder than a student who didn't get ready for their finals. Then in the dying seconds, former Barca player Munir comes out one-on-one against 𝗗𝗜𝗏𝗧𝗔𝗜𝗏, but there was a plot twist. Inigo Martinez pulls up like an action movie hero and pulls off the slide tackle of the season, or maybe a decade. Yeah, too much? Okay. It was so good that even Hansi Flick after the game said he celebrated that tackle like Barcelona scored a goal. But the bad news for Barcelona that night was Valdés' injury, and it was confirmed that he's out for 3 weeks. It's not good. It's not what Barcelona needed with already so many injured players, especially considering a Copa del Rey final coming up on April 26 against Real Madrid, which we're gonna be looking forward to for that El Clasico game. Now a young lad named Gerard Martin is stepping in. He is talented, sure, but the man is about to go from who? Please don't mess it up real quick. And a quick reminder, Barcelona actually visited Dortmund back in December in the group stage, which ended 3-2 for Barcelona. That goal from Ferran Torres that won the game, I think Borussia Dortmund fans still have PTSD after that game. Now listen, I'd love to pretend like there's some miracle brewing in Dortmund, but for that they're gonna need a NASA rocket, a time machine, and of course Messi in disguise to make a miracle comeback from being down 4-0. But I will say this, they'll go for pride. In front of their crowd, it's gonna be electric. And I'm calling it now, 𝗗𝗜𝗦𝗖𝗟𝗔𝗜𝗠𝗘𝗥 finally scores. Because he missed 27 chances in the first game. I mean, he has to have some redemption in this one. So my score prediction for this match is 2-3 for Barcelona. And my tip is Barcelona double chance combined with both teams to score at 1.85. On to the next one. Inter will be hosting Bayern Munich at San Siro. The first leg ended 2-1 for Inter. Bayern Munich fans showed up with lots of hope and relying on the team performance, but they were disappointed that night. And here is the kicker. Bayern Munich thought they don't need Thomas Müller's service, but as soon as he was subbed in, within 10 minutes, boom, goal. I felt like Thomas Müller said fine, I'll do it myself. And honestly, Müller is like one of those older cars, very reliable, and the new model brakes, you know who's bringing you home? The older model. But that first goal from Lautaro Martinez, he whipped out a goal so cold, even the Bayern Munich goalkeeper started questioning his career choices. It wasn't a shot, it was a declaration of war. The ball curled so much that I felt like it had a GPS on it. And yeah, that finish from him was smoother than an olive oil at the Sicilian dinner table. And a quick reminder, Inter had a Serie A match against Cagliari and they beat them 3-1 and Lautaro Martinez were able to score again. Definitely a confidence booster before the second leg. The last time Bayern Munich visited San Siro, that game ended 2-0 for Bayern Munich, and the one before that back in 2017, 4-1 for Bayern Munich. But guess what, this game is not reminding me those last two, but more like a 2010 final where Bayern Munich had to face Inter and win that game 2-0. I remember Samuel Eto'o was still playing for Inter. So now going into the second leg, Bayern Munich have to show up big time and maybe start Thomas Müller before things go south again. Sub him off in the 60th minute or something, but let the guy start since Musiala is injured. Like, let him go, let him play, let him cook. So my score prediction for this match is 2-1 for Inter, and my tip is Inter double chance combined with under 4.5 goals at 1.75. On to the next one, the most anticipated game of the week. Real Madrid will be hosting Arsenal at Santiago Bernabeu. The first leg ended 3-0 for Arsenal at Emirates Stadium. Despite us predicting the correct winner 2-1 for Arsenal, and I was still getting roasted, but guess what? No one saw that 3-0 coming though. And if the history is gonna repeat itself, we may get that 2006 final again, where in that competition, Arsenal actually defeated Real Madrid, and of course the only goal was scored by Henry. And yeah, they kicked out Real Madrid that year and made it to the finals, only to lose to Barcelona. Imagine that happening again. You never know. And you know what's super interesting? Mbappe actually came to Real Madrid to win the Champions League. And for some reason now PSG looks like they are closer to it than Real Madrid. And seriously, you cannot make this up. And today Real Madrid had to visit Alaves and that game ended 1-0 for Real Madrid. But they had to survive that game. And that horrible play from Mbappe almost snapped a leg off like he was auditioning for a UFC contract and not playing a football match. Did the referee make the right decision to give a direct red card? Of course. And I feel like Mbappe did it on purpose. He hates playing in the center more than people who hate pineapple on their pizza. And despite Vinicius being benched in the first half, Mbappe for some reason was not placed on his beloved left wing. And I feel like that's when Mbappe knew he's gonna shower early. Carlo Ancelotti's seat is not just hot, but it's on fire. And if he's not gonna beat Arsenal, I feel like Florentino might be already typing his "thank you for your service" email with that sassy gif. And let's circle back to that red card that Mbappe received again. Was it an accident or was it a protest? I felt like that was Mbappe's message saying, "I hate playing in the center, do not place me there." And if that was the case, then it was louder than a mic drop at a rap battle. There's definitely a smoke in the Madrid dressing room, and it feels like Mbappe gone full sabotage mode. And he's probably like, "Oh, I cannot play on the left wing? Okay, watch me karate kick us out of the Champions League next." And again, it feels like Real Madrid players don't mind crashing out just to get Don Ancelotti sacked. Loyalty? Nah, forget about it. This is peak drama. Somebody call Netflix. But again, I always try to stay neutral to any team, be it Real Madrid, Barcelona, Borussia Dortmund when it comes to predictions. But we want to call out things as it is or the way we see it, so that's exactly what we're doing here. With all that being said, if I'm wrong with whatever I was guessing earlier, then Real Madrid may actually put up a fight and try to fight at least for Carlo Ancelotti and save him. So if it's the latter one, then you know what? I'll surprise you now. My score prediction for this match is 4-1 for Real Madrid. I'm not gonna tell you it's gonna happen within 90 minutes, but they're gonna put up a fight and beat Arsenal 4-1 at Santiago Bernabeu, and it's gonna go to extra time and potential penalty shootout, and they're gonna get qualified to the next round. I know I may get roasted for this, but that's my prediction for this game. What do you guys think? Do you think Real Madrid is gonna make a comeback or not? So that would be the question of the week. And my tip for this game, Real Madrid double chance, combined with over 2.5 goals, adds 1.95. That's all guys, that was our Champions League quarterfinals second leg predictions. Leave your comments and predictions in the comment section. Put thumbs up if you liked the video. Also subscribe so you're not gonna miss out next releases. And I may drop Europa League and Conference League predictions in the comments below, so keep an eye out for that. And bye for now.